Dzień dobry, hola, ciao, bonjour. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you this morning? It's Ken at 10. If you haven't been before, welcome. Thanks for coming. Where you been? My name's Ken and it's 10. That's why we broadcast. We are estate agents based in Southwest London, Southwest 16 to be precise. James Alexander Estate Agents. How are you? Today in Southwest 16, it is rather grey and overcast. And lots going on over the weekend. Lots and lots of viewings, lots of people out viewing. Not so many offers coming through now, we notice. A slight softening maybe in the marketplace. And we're trying to countenance that by making sure that everything's as competitive as possible and making sure all the offers come in, the feedback goes out so our clients know exactly where they stand. And apart from that, did you have a good weekend? Oh, I like the weekends. It's nice to be off, isn't it? And doing things that you want to do. Went down to Wisley. A fantastic place that is. If you haven't been, recommend it. RHS Wisley. If you've got a spare day, time with the children, stay straight down the A3, not too far away and quite nice. Thanks to those of you that watched the Isolation Inspiration with Georgia Ladbury. Wow, we got over 16,000 hits on that, just on Love Norbury alone. So really popular, and just goes to show how we're all anxious about the virus, what it means for us and our families going forward. A few bits in the news today. Higher rates of first-time buyers caught my eye over the weekend. This is the fact that mortgagees are now charging first-time buyers higher rates than they are the rest of the market. So what it is, there are so many first-time buyers trying to get in, especially with the lower deposits. And they don't want the business because they want the lower hanging fruit, as I've spoken about before, i.e. people with bigger deposits, much easier to loan them money because the risk is much lower, because obviously if they get repossessed, the chance of the lender not getting their money back on a first charge is almost nil. Whereas with a first-time buyer, the risk is much higher that they might default, and therefore, because there's not much equity in the property, if the market were to slide, then they may not retrieve all of their monies. And for me, this is a massive issue, and Boris Johnson's hit on it on his Tory party speech this week, which I found quite interesting. He's saying that he's going to help Generation Buy. He's going to create Generation Buy, rather, and create low deposit mortgages. Now, this is interesting. Normally, when the government try and fix something like this, what they do is they angle it towards new build properties and developers, and they aim the money towards those things. And what happens is that those developers then see it as an opportunity to milk the system. So they, for instance, if there's a deposit to be had on a property that the government will provide for free, then all of a sudden the properties that offer that scheme are more expensive than the rest of the market, thereby negating any positive effect on the market. So if you're going to do a scheme, Boris, and I know you watch the show, then do a scheme which affects the whole of the UK market. And by that, I mean, if you're going to provide deposits for people or low deposit mortgages, then make sure they can access the whole of the market in the neighbourhoods where they grew up and love and want to live, not where you decide your developer friends are going to build the next housing estate. Very important that first-time buyers are able to buy and get on the ladder and feel confident about that. And I think it's a golden opportunity in these times, because nobody would berate you for doing something which helps people get a leg up. And, you know, I think it affects the whole of society when people buy their own homes. They get on the ladder, they feel a sense of pride, a sense of achievement. They then want to work to make those homes better. And why not? And I know for a lot of people now, it's a dream even getting on the ladder. But stimulating the housing markets really is so much more than that, because there are then buy-to-let investors. If you have enough buy-to-let investors, then that stimulates supply, and the increased supply helps keep rents down. And surely that's important too. So I think there's a great underestimation on the importance of the private landlord out there, and that really needs to be addressed, because the public sector can't take up the slack of the private sector. And right now, a lot of private sector landlords are taking the opportunity to sell up. So we're going to see even more pressure on that side of things if we don't open up. And by open up, I mean stop being punitive towards landlords. 3% extra stamp duty, really? I understand the need for it, but I think that's just too punitive. Anyway, that's my rant over for the day. Apart from that, we're looking at a busy day today. We just got our sales meeting for the week coming up now, where we look at what we've got on the market, how it's going, feedback to our clients, and work out what our action plan is to attack for the week. So I hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again, same time tomorrow for another Ken at 10. Take care of yourselves and your families.